Once upon a time, in a small village, there lived an old, kind-hearted wizard who was beloved by all. He possessed a magical pot that had helped the villagers in times of need. Whenever someone was sick, hungry, or in trouble, the wizard would use his magic through the pot to provide for them. He did this without hesitation, for he believed in helping others. When the old wizard passed away, he left the pot to his only son. Unlike his father, the son was selfish and had no interest in helping the villagers. He didn't care for their troubles and thought their pleas for help were a nuisance. One evening, a poor old woman came to the son's door, begging for help. Her granddaughter was sick, and she needed medicine. But the son sneered at her and slammed the door, refusing to offer any assistance. That night, the magic pot in his house began to rattle and hop around on a single brass foot. It made a terrible racket, banging against the floor and walls. The son tried to ignore it, but the pot wouldn't stop. It followed him wherever he went, and to his horror, it had sprouted a single foot. The next morning, another villager came to the son's door. This time, it was a man who needed food for his starving family. Once again, the son refused to help, slamming the door in the man's face. Immediately, the pot filled with soup, bubbling noisily, but it overflowed with mess and stink. It hopped after the son, spilling foul liquid everywhere it went. The pot became louder and more disruptive with each refusal. A woman came looking for a remedy for her cow's sickness, but the son sent her away. Now, the pot sprouted the sound of a mooing cow, adding to the cacophony of the soup's bubbling and the banging foot. Day by day, more villagers came, asking for help, but the son turned them all away. And each time, the pot took on more unpleasant traits, adding to its noise and mess. It croaked like frogs, cried like babies, and stank of garlic and rotten eggs. The pot followed the wizard's son wherever he went, never giving him a moment's peace. It echoed the suffering of the villagers with every noise it made. The son could take no more. Driven mad by the pot's constant clamor and mess, he finally gave in. Desperate for peace, he ran through the village, offering help to everyone he had turned away. He gave the old woman medicine for her granddaughter, fed the starving man's family, and cured the sick cow. As he performed these acts of kindness, the pot slowly quieted. The soup disappeared, the unpleasant noises ceased, and the pot's single brass foot was no longer hopping after him. It became still and silent once more. At last, the son realized what his father had known all along, the power of kindness and the joy of helping others. From that day forward, the son used the magical pot to help the villagers, just as his father had before him, and the pot never troubled him again.